yesterday's reading was kind of crazy. If you haven't watched that one, go back and watch that one. That was interesting. And today it's going to be. I feel like it's going to be another interesting one. We're going to be talking about the divisions of the priests. We touched on this a little bit when we were talking about the duties of the priest, the different jobs that the priest had, right? But it looks like now we're going to get a whole lot more. So let's get started.
Now these are the divisions of the sons of Aaron. The sons of Aaron were Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. And Nadab and Abihu died before their father, and had no children. Therefore Eleazar and Ithamar ministered as priests. Then David, with Zadok of the sons of Eleazar, and Ahimelech of the sons of Ithamar,
I think Eleazar took over Aaron's position, right?
divided them according to the schedule of their service. There were more leaders found of the sons of Eleazar than of the sons of Ithamar, and thus they were divided. Among the sons of Eleazar were 16 heads of their fathers' houses, and 8 heads of their fathers' houses among the sons of Ithamar. Thus they were divided by lot, one group as another, for there were officials of the sanctuary and officials of the house of God, from the sons of Eleazar and from the sons of Ithamar. And the scribe, Shemaiah, the son of Nethanel, one of the Levites, wrote them down before the king, the leaders, Zadok the priest, Ahimelech the son of Abiathar, and the heads of the fathers' houses.
So that's one position right there. Scribes is one of the positions
of the priests
their priesthood.
and Levites. One father's house taken for Eleazar, and one for Ithamar. Now the first lot fell to Jehoiarib, the second to Jedaiah, the third to Harim, the fourth to Seorim, the fifth to Malchijah, the sixth to Mijamin, the seventh to Hakaz, the eighth to Abijah, the ninth to Jeshua, the 10th to Shechaniah, the 11th to Eliashib, the 12th to Jachim, the 13th to Huppah, the 14th to Jeshebeab, the 15th to Bilgah, the 16th to Immer, the 17th to Hezir, the 18th to Hapizez, the 19th to Pethahiah, the 20th to Jehezekel, the 21st to Jachim, the 22nd to Gamul, the 23rd to Delaiah, the 24th to Maaziah. This was the schedule of their service for coming into the house of the Lord according to their ordinance by the hand of Aaron their father, as the Lord God of Israel had commanded him. And the rest of the sons of Levi, of the sons of Amram, Shubael, of the sons of Shubael, Jediah. Concerning Rehabiah, of the sons of Rehabiah, the first was Ishiah. Of the Izharites, Shelomoth. Of the sons of Shelomoth, Jahath. Of the sons of Hebron, Jeriah was the first, Amariah the second, Jehaziel the third, and Jekameam the fourth.
Let me just go back a little bit. I just wanted to see what this last sentence was here. And the scribe Shemaiah, the son of Nethanel, one of the Levites, wrote them down before the king, the leaders, Zadok the priest, Ahimelech the son of Abiathar, and the heads of the father's house of the priests and Levites. One father's house taken for Eleazar, and one for Ithamar. So you got one from each, one from Eleazar, one from Ithamar, right? There were more leaders found of the sons of Eleazar than the sons of Ithamar, and thus they were divided. So leaders for the worship service. Then David with Zadok, the sons of Eleazar, and Ahimelech of the sons of Ithamar, divided them according to the schedule of their service. So yeah, leaders of the service, and broken down And they broke down the leaders, and this was the schedule. It went in this order, it looks like. Now, the first lot fell to Jehoiarib, the second to Jediah, the third to Harim, so on and so forth. I'm curious why they did the 24th up to the 24 only. Like, why? This was a schedule of their service for coming into the house of the Lord according to their ordinance by the hand of Aaron, their father. So, did they go down through this 24 every service? Or was one in charge of each service as a cycle? I'm not sure how this works. This was the schedule of their service for coming into the house of the Lord. So did they walk into the house of the Lord in this order, according to their ordinance, by the hand of Aaron, their father, as the Lord God of Israel had demanded him? Let's see what this Bible's got to say, if it has anything to say. I don't know. The first lot. Since Eleazar and Ithamar are mentioned in that order in verse 6, it may be assumed that this list of names gives first someone from Eleazar, next someone from Ithamar, right? Because they took one from each. Yeah, that's all it says about that. Let me go back a little bit. Then David, with Zadok of the sons of Eleazar and Ahimelech and the sons of Ithamar, divided them according to the schedule of their service. There were more leaders found of the sons of Eleazar than the sons of Ithamar, and thus they were divided. Among the sons of Eleazar were 16 heads of their father's house and 8 heads of their father's house among the sons of Ithamar. Thus they were divided by lot, one group as another. For there were officials of the sanctuary and officials of the house of God, for the sons of Eleazar and from the sons of Ithamar. So these are being divided as officials of the sanctuary and officials of the house of God. And the scribe Shemaiah, the son of Nethanel, one of the Levites, wrote them down before the king, the leaders of Zadok the priest, Ahimelech, the son of Abiathar, the heads of the father's house of the priests and Levites, one father's house taken for Eleazar and one for Ithamar. So, if they're taking one for each, then do they need one of each for each service? Yeah, I don't know I guess, yeah, we see the ordering going from 1 to 24, but how does it work with their service? Like, how is their service laid out, and what is the importance of the ordering? I'm not entirely sure. If any of you guys know, let me know. I can look it up. Let's see. First Chronicles 24. First Chronicles 24. Commentary, I guess. These are the divisions of the sons of Aaron, not by which they divided one from another, or were at variance one with another. It is pity there should ever be any such divisions among the sons of Israel, but especially among the sons of Aaron. But the distribution of them in order to the dividing of their work among themselves. It was a division which God made, and was made for him. This distribution was made for the more regular discharge of duties of their office. God was and still is the God of order and not of confusion, particularly in the things of his worship. Why did they are not capitalizing the H? Number without order is but a clog and an occasion of tumult. But when everyone has and knows and keeps his place of work, the more the better. Yes, but what is the significance of the ordering, and why one from each, and how does one from each work if you have 16 and 8? And are you taking 2 at a time for each service, or 1 at a time for each service? Why 24? I don't know if this is going into all that. Maybe here. All right. Let's start from here. Shemaiah, one of the Levites. 4. What is that? What those priests were chosen to was to preside over the affairs of the sanctuary in their several courses and turns. That which was to be determined by the lot was only the precedency, not who should serve. Okay, for they chose all the chief men, but who should serve first and who next, that everyone might know his course and attend in it. Okay, so everybody's serving. They're just trying to figure out the order. Of the 24 chief men, of the priests, 16 were of the house of Eleazar and 8 of Ithamar. For the house of Ithamar may well be supposed to have dwindled since the sentence passed on the family of Eli, who was of that house. The method of drawing the lots is intimated. What does intimated mean? One chief household being taken for Eleazar and one for Ithamar. The 16 chief names of Eleazar were put in one urn, and the 8 for Ithamar in another. We didn't get this detail in... Okay, maybe in Acts it is said. And they drew out them alternately, as long as those for Ithamar lasted, right? That's what I would assume. And then out of those for Eleazar, or 2 for Eleazar, then 1 for Ithamar throughout. Are we just assuming that? Among these 24 courses, the eighth is that of Abijah or Abiah, which is mentioned in Luke 1:5 or 15, not sure. As the course which Zechariah was of, the father of John the Baptist, by which it appears that these courses, which David now settled, though interrupted, perhaps, in the bad... Okay. So, you know how we, with Zechariah, right? It was his turn to enter the temple and do the duties, right? They took turns. So, this is what I'm assuming. I'm assuming it's 1 per Sabbath. And it was a cycle of that 24. Right? Because from what I remember with Zechariah is that when he went in the temple, right, and he got the angel came to him and told him that he's going to have a son and all that stuff, it was his turn to go. That Sabbath, not that day. Everybody, all 24 went in that day and it was his turn that day. I think it was, that Sabbath was his turn, from what I remember. So if that is the case, then we're on a 24 person cycle. Okay.
The 10th to Shechem, Israel had commanded him, and the rest of the sons of Levi, of the sons of Amram,
Ooh, pretty spot on there.
Of the sons of Shubael, Jediah. Concerning Rehabiah, of the sons of Rehabiah, the first was Ishiah. Of the Izharites, Shelomith. Of the sons of Shelomoth, Jahath. Of the sons of Hebron, Jeriah was the first, Amariah the second, Jehaziel the third, and Jekameam the fourth. Of the sons of Uzziel, Micah. Of the sons of Micah, Shema. The brother of Micah, Ishiah. The sons of Ishiah, Zechariah. The sons of Merari were Malai and Mushai. The sons of Jaaziah, Beno. The sons of Merari by Jaaziah were Beno, Shoham, Zachar, and Ibri. Of Malai, Eleazar, who had no sons. Of Kish, the son of Kish, Jerahmeel. Also the sons of Mushai were Malai, Eder, and Jerimoth. These were the sons of the Levites, according to their fathers' houses. These also cast lots, just as their brothers, the sons of Aaron, did, in the presence of King David, Zadok, Ahimelech, and the heads of the fathers' houses of the priests and Levites. The chief fathers did just as their younger brethren.
Okay, so we don't have just the 24, right? We have the 16 of Eleazar, the 8 of Ithamar, right? And then now we have these. So you have more than 24. $25.
Moreover, David and the captains of the army separated for the service some of the sons of Asaph, of Heman, and of Jeduthun, who should prophesy with harps, stringed instruments, and...
Yeah, no doubt David took personal responsibility and went in and chose himself, right? Because he's a musician himself, so music is important to him. And we saw that earlier, right? When we were talking about the jobs of the priests. So we saw the types of music, the types of instruments they used, and all that stuff. And David was playing amongst them and everything. So let's just keep going.
Cymbals. And the number of the skilled men performing their service was, of the sons of Asaph, Zachar, Joseph, Nethaniah, and Asherelah. The sons of Asaph were under the direction of Asaph, who prophesied according to the order of the king. Of Jeduthun, the sons of Jeduthun, Gedaliah, Zeri, Jeshiah, Shimei, Hashabiah, and Mattathiah, 6, under the direction of their father Jeduthun, who prophesied with a harp to give thanks and to praise the Lord. Of Heman, the sons of Heman, Bachiah, Mattaniah, Uzziel, Shebuel, Jerimoth, Hananiah, Hanani, Eliathah, Gidaltai, Romantite Ezer, Jashbekasha,
Man,
Malachi,
these names.
Hother, and Mahaziath. All these were the sons of Heman, the king's seer, in the words of God, to exalt his horn. For God gave Heman 14 sons and 3 daughters. All these were under the direction of their father for the music in the house of the Lord, with cymbals, stringed instruments, and harps for the service of the house of God.
So what positions do we have? We have scribe, we have musicians, and I guess we have the leaders of the service that we just saw.
Asaph, Jeduthun, and Heman were under the authority of the king. So the number of them, with their brethren who were instructed in the songs of the Lord, all who were skillful, was 288. And they cast lots for
I wonder
their
what
duty,
the
small as well
skill
as
level
the
of
great,
these musicians were.
the teacher with the student. Now the first lot for
I love to
Asaph
hear them play.
came out for Joseph, the second for Gedaliah, him with his brethren and sons.
I wonder if they wrote down their music, and if they did, maybe we can play it today and see what an ensemble, their worship ensemble sounded like. That would be really cool.
12. The third for Zachar, his sons and his brethren, 12. The fourth for Jizri, his sons and his brethren, 12. The fifth for Nethaniah, his sons and his brethren, 12. The 6th for Bechiah, his sons and his brethren, 12. The
I don't know if they
7th
had any
for
music
Jeshariah,
notation back
his
then.
sons and his brethren, 12. The 8th for Jeshiah, his sons and his brethren, 12. The 9th for Mattaniah, his sons and his brethren, 12. The 10th for Shimei, his sons and his brethren, 12. The 11th for Azarel, his sons and his brethren, 12. The 12th for Hashabiah, his sons and his brethren, 12. The 13th for Shubael, his sons and his brethren, 12. The 14th for Mattathiah, his sons and his brethren, 12. The 15th for Jeremoth, his sons and his brethren, 12. The 16th for Hananiah, his sons and his brethren, 12. The 17th for Jashbekashah, his sons and his brethren, 12. The 18th for Hanani, his sons and his brethren, 12. The 19th for Malachi, his sons and his brethren, 12. The 20th for Eliathah, his sons and his brethren, 12. The 21st for Hotha, his sons and his brethren, 12. The 22nd for Giddalti, his sons and his brethren, 12. The 23rd for Mahaziath, his sons and his brethren, 12. The 24th for Romamtite Ezer, his sons and his brethren, 12. Concerning the divisions of the gatekeepers, of the Korahites, Meshelemiah, the son of Kori, of the sons of Asaph. And the sons of Meshelemiah were Zechariah the firstborn, Jediael the second, Zebediah the third, Jathniel the fourth, Elam the fifth, Jehohanan the sixth, Elioenai the seventh. Moreover, the sons of Obed-Edom were Shemaiah the firstborn, Jehazabat the second, Joah the third, Sakor the fourth, Nethanel the fifth, Amiel the sixth, Issachar the seventh, Pealthai the eighth, for God blessed him. Also to Shemaiah his son were sons born who governed their fathers' houses, because they were men of great ability. The sons of Shemaiah were Athni, Raphael, Obed, and Elzabad, whose brothers Elihu and Semachiah were able men. All these were the sons of Obed-Edom, they and their sons and their brethren, able men with strength for the work. 62 of Obed-Edom. And Meshelemiah had sons and brethren, 18 able men. Also Hosa of the children of Merari had sons. Shimri the first, for though he was not the firstborn, his father made him the first. Hilkiah the second.
Was that like a Jacob Esau type of thing?
The third. Zechariah the fourth. All the sons and brethren of Hosa were 13. Among these were the divisions of the gatekeepers, among the chief men, having duties just like their brethren, to serve in the house of the Lord. And they cast lots for each gate, the small as well as the great, according to their father's house.
Again, probably for the
Lots
same thing, the
east
ordering,
gate
which one to
fell
go to which gate.
Shelemiah. Then they cast lots for his son Zechariah, a wise counselor, and his lot came out for the north gate. To Obed-Edom the south gate, and to his sons the storehouse. To Shuppim and Hosa the lot came out for the west gate, with the Shaliketh gate on the ascending highway, watchman opposite watchman. On the east were 6 Levites, on the north 4 each day, on the south 4 each day. and for the storehouse 2 by 2. As for the Parba on the west, there were 4 on the highway and 2 at the Parba. These were the divisions of the gatekeepers among the sons of Korah and among the sons of Merari. Of the Levites, Ahijah was over the treasuries of the house of God, and
So we got
over
scribes,
the
gatekeepers,
of the dedicated
leaders,
things.
musicians.
The sons of Laodan,
And treasury
the
duties.
descendants of the Gershonites of Laodan, heads of their fathers' houses. Of Laodan the Gershonite, Jehieli. The sons of Jehieli, Zethan and Joel, his brother, were over the treasuries of the house of the Lord. Of the Amramites, the Izhaites, the Hebronites, and the Uzzielites, Shebuel, the son of Gershom, the son of Moses, was overseer of the treasuries.
That's
And his
cool, a descendant
brethren
of
by
Moses.
Eliezer were Rehabiah his son, Jeshiah his son, Joram his son, Zichri his son, and Shelomith his son. This Shelomith
Right,
and
because
his brethren
Moses
were over all the
was
treasuries
also
of the dedicated
Levites.
things,
His brother
which
Aaron
King
was.
David and the heads of fathers' houses, the captains over thousands and hundreds, and the captains of the army had dedicated. Some of the spoils won in battles they dedicated to maintain the house of the Lord. And all that Samuel the seer, Saul the son of Kish, Abner the son of Ner, and Joab the son of Zeruiah had dedicated, every dedicated thing was under the hand of Shelomith and his brethren. Of the
Wonder what happened with
Israelites,
the
Kenaniah
descendants of
and
Joshua.
his sons performed duties as officials and judges over Israel outside Jerusalem. Of the Hebronites, Hashabiah and his brethren, 1,700 able men, had the oversight of Israel on the west side of the Jordan for all the business of the Lord, and in the service of the king. Among the Hebronites, Jerijah was head of the Hebronites, according to his genealogy of the fathers. In the 40th year of the reign of David they were sought, and there were found among them capable men at Jazer of Gilead. And his brethren were 2,700 able men, heads of their fathers' houses, whom King David made officials over the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, for every matter pertaining to God and the affairs of the king.
Oh,
As of the
all right. Let me read. And his brethren were 2,700 men, 100 able men, heads of their father's house, whom David made officials of the Reubenites and Gadites and the half-tribe of Manasseh, for every matter pertaining to God and the affairs of the king. That's interesting. Does my Bible say anything about that? Any commentary? Reubenites, Gadites, and half-tribe of Manasseh, these were the tribes of Israel who occupied the east side of the Jordan. Right? Okay, so that makes sense, right? You would need someone over on that side because, right, the access is not really there, right? It's sort of the river is dividing. Since Hashabiah directed the Hebronites on the west, Jerijah took charge of those on the east. He must have been over Hashabiah as well, because he called here head of the Hebronites, 40th year. David reigned for 40 years, so these arrangements were completed in his very last year. Jazer of Gilead. Jazer of Gilead. This Levitical city was located in the tribal territory of Gad, about 7 miles west of Reba. Okay. All right. Well, that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow, we're going to be jumping into the military divisions and the leaders of the tribes. So today we covered the priestly divisions. Tomorrow, we're going to cover the military divisions. So that'll be interesting. Hope you guys enjoyed today's reading. I'll see you guys tomorrow, all right? Hope you guys have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.